For such a time as this. Words synonymous with the story of Esther in the Old Testament. You've probably heard those words before. If you watched any of these videos, I know you've heard those words before. Those are the words that Mordecai asked of Esther. But really, let's go back and recap. Who is Esther? Esther is an orphan who's raised by her uncle, Mordecai, actually. And she participates in the world's largest, greatest beauty pageant. I mean, Bachelor has nothing on this beauty pageant. And she wins, which is really cool. So you've got an orphan winning a beauty pageant, and she becomes queen. That is absolutely crazy, I think. But it's really cool. And we see God working really amazing things in this story. So Esther is queen, and there's this big plot by the bad guy named Haman. We talked about Haman a couple of weeks ago. Haman did not like the Jews. More importantly, he does not like Mordecai, who is a Jew. And so Haman decides, I'm just going to take out Mordecai. But not only am I going to take out Mordecai, I'm going to take out all of his people. And so Haman's like, hey, king, let's kill these people. They're not bowing down to me. They're not bowing down to you. We just need to take them out. They're no good. So you've got this big situation where Mordecai is coming to Esther and saying, look, who knows? Like, you may be queen for such a time as this so that you can save this entire nation of people. Who are those people? They were the Jews. Who are the Jews? The Jews are the lineage of Jesus. Jesus was a Jew. We're coming up on Easter. So Jesus, this is setting the groundwork for a much, much bigger story. And so we're seeing just a tiny piece of how God is orchestrating this ginormous love story of how he is coming to save his people. And it starts in Genesis. We see little pieces of it throughout the whole Bible. And Esther is just one of those little pieces. I think there are 3 things that we can learn from Esther as we watch what she does in the next few chapters. First of all, Esther is wise. She doesn't go at this alone. She involves her community. Do you have community? Esther is reaching out to her people. And not only does she say, hey, I need you guys to pray for me, but she asks them to get on their knees and fast for her. This is serious. This is an entire people group maybe wiped out, kind of serious. And so she doesn't just say, will you pray for me? She goes and she's like, I need you 2 days of fasting. I need you to be on your knees begging the Lord. So she is using wisdom that God gave her. So she's being wise. She's also being respectful. So instead of going to the king and being like, I need you to do this, or you're trying to kill my people, she's being respectful. She's saying, hey, do you want to come to dinner? And so not only does she invite the king, but she invites Haman, the one who wants to kill her people. So she's definitely being respectful for both of them. And I definitely think we can learn a lot from that, especially in today's cancel culture, where not only that, she is brave. The girl invites the man who wants to kill her people into her home, and she cooks dinner for him. I don't know if I can be that brave. I'm just saying. I would be furious. There's no way. Honestly, I can say, there's no way. Gosh, y'all, she's just so brave. She invites both the king and Haman into her house for dinner. And the king's like, what do you want? And she's like, no, y'all come back tomorrow. And in the middle of this 2-night dinner procession, is where we see that story. Mordecai is the king goes to sleep and can't sleep, so he comes back and he learns that Mordecai was never acknowledged for finding out this plot and saving the king. So God's just showing up all in this story. That's happening in between dinner 1 and dinner 2, and Haman has to go and walk Mordecai around. Esther in her bravery invites him back again, and that's when she's so bold and she says, hey, this edict to kill the Jewish people, well, I'm Jewish, and that's killing my people. And so she goes before the king and says that, and he's like, really? And it's like this big deal happens. She's like, yes, he is trying to kill my people, and Haman knows this is it. The king kills Haman and saves the Jewish people, and it's such a fun part. Mordecai takes Haman's place, and so you've got Queen Esther, and now her uncle is in the palace as well. And so God's just showing up all in this story, and it's so very cool. But the three things that I want us to take from that is seeing God work. He's working in everything that we do, but he asks us, like Esther, to be wise, be respectful, and to be brave. And where is God calling out those pieces in your own life? What is he asking you to do? So as this story is changing us all, I hope you can see those pieces weaving into your story even in this upcoming week. And so if you guys like what you're listening to, subscribe to the channel, tell your friends, and let me know, do you have any stories that you want to hear? Like, are there any stories that you're like, I'd like to know more about that? Drop them in the comments below. Let me know, and we'll see what we can cover. You guys have a great night. We'll see you next time.